Is it called France as usual?
That's right, yep. Thumbnail gets cut off, but that's alright. Alright, let's open up the chat. Hey guys, pop out chat. Got a little live stream going. I hope the notification thing didn't mess up because I put out a video and then immediately started a live stream, so hopefully that's
I got a notification. If that.
I guess what matters is the video came out first, and then the live stream, if that notification doesn't work out, then that's fine. Any chance we'll have this as an IRL version? Yeah, yeah, sorry for the eating. The crunching. The IRL version, this game was designed to be an IRL version. So it's actually designed first and foremost to be sold as a physical card game. You'll notice some similarities with the game Cards, which is another card game on Steam. They don't have a physical game because that game is very reliant on the rules working in a digital context with tracking a lot of numbers that change. This whole thing is been made to all fit as just one deck of cards that you can use, or actually it's technically two. It's a little over 100 cards that you would need. In fact, this board is not even necessary. You can play like this. So I basically designed the card game to fit in your pocket. It's all supposed to be one physical card game. And I figure I'd do the stream just to kind of test it out and gauge your opinion. If you guys hate it, we won't sell it, okay? If you think it's cool, then we'll progress. But yeah, it's just, ultimately this stream is just to test things out. Also, you may have noticed we've got our art on these cards. All of this is placeholder. I designed all these cards myself. I just dug through our folders of art we've already made. So if you say to me, hey, Griffin, you know, why is the VDV outfit a Soviet Marine? That's not correct. You know, a lot of this stuff is just placeholder stuff I made. If we made this a physical card game, we would have an artist do all of the artwork completely from scratch, all original. And I would imagine some people could even buy the card game just to collect it. Not necessarily even if they want to play it, right? So this game could appeal to people who just want to collect some art that we have, and you don't even have to play it. Okay, so I will show you how to play. Will you sell the American Civil War board game? That one's a little more involved. Here's the thing about that game, the Civil War board game. It has an entire board and tons of chips. This thing is just cards. It's all cards. So you can fit this in one little deck in your pocket. That's the point of this game. So it's going to be cheaper to produce and cheaper to buy. So it's more realistic that this could be made and sold to you guys. Whereas doing a full board game, I need like a publisher, and that's a lot of infrastructure. You need to get that set up. Anyways, the gist of this game. One last question someone asked that I thought was good. Will this be a physical card game that I can buy at a store or digital only? So this will be a physical card game. I'm trying to speak with a few companies to publish it and see if we could put it in a store. If it does well, we'll see. And then if it does well, we can make it a digital version as well. So we'll see. At the very least, if this does well, it would be sold on our store for like a limited time. We'd print a limited amount and see how well it sells. In the best case scenario, we make it a video game and we're selling it in stores, but that's like a 5% chance that realistically happens. We'll put on all the effort and time we can to making this work. And even though YouTube's been screwing me with like demonetization and stuff, I think it's important for the brand always to be growing and trying new projects and making cool things. So even though it's not like the best time for us on YouTube, I think it's still worth experimenting with some stuff, especially community-driven things. If it's a card game that we can play on stream and do tournaments for, I think that'd be a lot of fun. Now, you guys can access this right now. I'm going to post a couple links. So here's the rulebook. The rulebook is not done. It's kind of crappy, so you're going to have to watch the stream to learn it. But this is my rulebook just for now. You cannot buy the game. But I did put out a prototype on Tabletop Simulator on the workshop. So you can go onto Tabletop Simulator, go on the workshop here. And I think if you type in France, it comes up. Let's see. There it is. So ours is listed with Stalin right there. And I'm going to put the link to this as well. And you can test this out. We're just kind of messing around right now. It's still being prototyped. So yeah, we're going to play on stream right now and show you guys how it's played. And then you guys can review it and tell me if you liked it or if you hated it. And then we can kind of go from there. But this is the kind of first like public showcase that I've done. So yeah, I also have a live stream, or I'm sorry, not a live stream, a Discord server you can join for this. So yeah, try that as well. If this goes well, will you do other eras, Napoleon, World War One, and so on? I think I'd just stick to World War Two and add divisions and factions. So right now, how this works is we have like all these different divisions you can pick from: the Panzerlehr, Fallschirmjäger, and so on. You don't click on every single card that you want to play with. You choose a division. You actually mix a couple divisions together, and that forms your army. And so that's how the game works. So I'd probably add factions and divisions more than I would different time periods. That being said, if you guys don't like the World War II theme, I could experiment with another theme, but you'll see soon that the theme of World War II suits the game very well because there's suppression effects, bomber planes, different weapons you can equip, camouflage, and so on. And trying to get this to work in World War I or the 1800s, you'd basically just be stripping mechanics down. So I think the game lends itself very well to World War II, despite there being competitors. I think the game has its own kind of original spin, and I think it utilizes World War II to its fullest potential. So I got you guys 3 links. We're going to try it now. So Finian is going communist. I will pick German. So the first thing that you can do is... I'll promote this. And again, anybody who joins and they're mentioning the game Cards with a K, that is a digital card game. I've looked at it before. I've played a little bit of it. I just played the tutorial. I've never gone too much further. If I were to cite a primary inspiration, I would probably cite Undaunted. I had mentioned that on another stream, and the guy who designed that game actually stopped by. I'll show you real quick. I had been showing off some game design, including the card game, and Mr... Where is he? Oh, there he is. David Thompson had actually left a comment. So shout-outs to David Thompson and Undaunted. I would say that was the biggest inspiration for this game. I really enjoyed playing that game and wanted to make like a simplified kind of version. That had a little twist to it as well. So, yeah, okay. So I'm German. Finian is Soviet. The first thing we're going to do is choose 2 divisions that we want to play with, and they're going to get mixed. So I have an SS Panzer division, which has heavy tanks and medium tanks. I've got the Assault division, which is mostly infantry and artillery. I've got a Fallschirmjäger division with paratroopers. I've got the Panzerlehr, which has medium and heavy tanks. I think actually the SS Panzer doesn't have heavy tanks. Yeah, this is just more mobile, like mechanized with SS. And then we have the static infantry, which is like Osttruppen and machine guns. So you guys can choose my 2 divisions. So we've got the SS Panzer. We've got Volkssturm, kind of Osttruppen style with the static infantry. We've got the Panzerlehr, which is more heavy tanks. We've got Fallschirmjäger for paratroopers. And then we've got a regular kind of infantry artillery deck. And so we're going to pick 2 divisions and mix them. So you guys can write your suggestions on what you want me to play with. And I will mix that deck and play with it against Finian here. All right, we got 1 suggestion for Fallschirmjäger, another suggestion for Volkssturm, another yeah, okay, Fallschirm, everybody loves that one, so we're going to choose that. That's our first division. What's the second division you guys want? Heavy tanks, medium tanks with SS, or infantry artillery, or the kind of Volkssturm, Osttruppen style? What are you guys liking? Okay, I see a lot for that Volkssturm thing. All right, so we're going to go 243rd Static Infantry Division with the Fallschirmjäger. Those are the 2 divisions we're choosing. So what we're going to do is put that in our draw pile. And what's cool here is we get to mix these 2 divisions. So that's a mixed division now. So those are the 2 divisions we're fighting with against the Soviets. And he's choosing his divisions now. And Finian, what divisions did you choose?
Oh, I believe I chose the 4th Guards Tank Division and the 2nd Guards to-man Motor Rifle Division.
Motorized. Okay, so these get more of a light tanks focus as well as heavy tanks and medium tanks. So lots of armor we're going against. And we have got great infantry and lots of spam infantry. So that's kind of our matchup with this game. So to determine the first turn, we're just going to draw off the top of our card. We'll shuffle. What do you got? I got Osttruppen as my first card. Oh.
Give me to fling that.
Yep. He has got APCR. These card values are both worth 1, so we're going to draw another card now. What's your second card at? I got a 4. That's quite good. You've got a 3. So that means I win the initiative. I get the first turn because I drew the higher value card. And now both of these are going to go into our little arsenal here that can be deployed when the game starts. And I get the first turn. But since I get the first turn, Finian's going to draw another card. There you go. Okay. So arsenal are things that you can deploy when we start. And you guys will see how this works as soon as we get going. So now that it's my turn, plus 3T, that means I have 3 tactical cards that I can draw from. So I can draw 1, 2, 3 from this pile. All right. So the big difference that you're going to now notice from a game like Cards, that's what a lot of people are asking. What's the difference between cards? All right, now you're going to see. So in this, I'm forming a command staff. So I have a platoon leader. I have 3 platoon leaders here that have actions listed on them. I need to match those actions to a unit in order to command it. So you're actually building a command staff and then using them to order troops. And troops have all different orders. So unlike a game like Cards, you're not just moving and attacking. You're like building up order cards with officers and then commanding them with different actions. The other thing too is these cards, while they can order troops, they can also be turned into income. So all of these are worth 1 CP, 1 command point. So I can turn all 3 of these into income. And now I've got 3 points to spend. That means I'm going to discard these cards. I'm not going to be able to use them. I'm not going to be able to stalk or evade because now I'm discarding them. So now I have 3 points to spend. I can spend those points on bringing in troops. I can spend 1 point here. I've got 2 points left. And you'll notice, okay, I've got 2 points left. I can't bring in this card. That means I can spend 2 points going 1, 2. That's how I'll spend my 2 points, drawing more from this kind of mobilization deck. So I'm using points that I'm earning to mobilize troops into an arsenal, and then spending the officers that I don't want to use on deploying those troops to the front line. And then every turn back and forth, we're drawing new officers and building up our deck of a command staff, and they have different orders. So, for example, probing allows me to bomb or recon. Evade, I can recon or move, and stalk, I can move or screen. Ostruppen can move, attack, or screen. So every unit kind of has a unique set of actions on them, from being able to move, screen, suppress. They all have different values and different systems they can use. I actually forgot to update the... Where's my paint? There it is. 1 second. I forgot to update the little symbols on the Panzer II and the mechanized, but that's no worries. We'll continue on. I don't want this to go on too long. Okay, you guys are liking it so far? It's kind of a cool system. So I'm out of action cards, so I can't actually move up the Ostruppen. I would need officers to order them, but I gave up all my platoon leaders to mobilize the Ostruppen and to get an LMG and Ostruppen up. So now I hand it to Finian. It's his turn now.
Yeah. Did we end up changing the rule that you can't deploy a card and move with it?
You
or
can
are we
now.
still playing?
I thought it was more snappy, so you can deploy and move right if you have the card to do so. Yeah. Yeah. All right, what's Finian got here?
This is going to be funny for you then.
So he has Konev, which is a commander card. This is the highest value card. It's an actual commander in the Soviet army. And this guy can let him get 3 income immediately. So that's going to be quite good. So he's going to use that to put a T-26 down. So Konev is putting down that T-26 right now. And then what is Finian going to do?
Going to use the stalk action to
He's going to move it up. So that tank is right off the factory, and it's pushing straight into the front line. And he's got 1 action card left. What is it going to be?
Assault to attack.
Attack. So what he was able to do here is the T-26 has movement in parentheses. That means movement is free. Usually a unit can only be given 1 command, right? So Ostruppen could attack or move or screen. Because it's a light tank, that move action is free. So you can move and screen, move and pin, or move and attack. So that's another similarity with cards. I think their tanks are allowed to do 2 actions. But again, that difference is these actions are a little bit different. You can do suppression using the tank's machine gun at a higher damage value, or attack or screen. And here's the second difference you guys are going to notice. Combat works not on a attack and defense level. You have a hard attack and soft attack. So there's your Hearts of Iron style combat that you've got here. And you'll notice here, this Ostruppen is just as good at fighting with a rifle as he is picking up his Panzerfaust, or like his anti-tank capabilities. But this light tank has just higher values, so this is a very easy calculation. He's able to move up, deploy that unit, and kill the Ostruppen. So that Ostruppen is destroyed. And because Finian took the front line, he's going to flip this card, which gains him the initiative. That means he can draw an extra commander every turn. And I don't have the initiative. So he's got a little advantage. He's threatening this headquarters, and if he blows up that headquarters, he wins. Okay, so it's back to my turn. I'm going to draw 3. 1, 2, 3. So now I've got my own commander card. And I could bring in, if I brought in an artillery piece, you might think, oh, artillery, that could beat this T-26. Here's the thing. The artillery is great soft attack in orange, but soft attack won't help me against an armored vehicle. If the unit types are different, for example, armor is hard, which is blue, artillery is soft, which is orange, then you use your secondary attack value. So if these matched, let's draw another example. If these were to match with 2 soft targets going against each other, my artillery easily can bomb the AT infantry. But what is a high explosive shell going to do against this armor? We would use our secondary value. I'd have to load AP shells, which is at a 2. His machine gun is at a 3. It fires back, and it would kill me in that engagement. So for me to attack with an artillery piece against a howitzer, basically against a tank, it's not going to work. So again, unlike cards, it's not just a matter of attack and defense value. You actually have to use the appropriate weapon to engage the enemy. And in this case, a tank counters a howitzer, and this would be a bad move for me to play. So I wouldn't do that. In this case, though, what I could do is look for... I don't have a pincer card, so I can't do that. I might use the probe as income to draw another option for myself. I do have a Panzerfaust option. Okay, so now we're in a better spot. So here's what I could do. I could use... Oh, gosh. Let's see here. This might not work, actually. I'd attack at a -1, so that'd kill myself. But it's taking out a tank. You know what? I'll just do it for the sake of example. So I'm going to use Guderian to give me 3 points. I'll spend 1 point, 2 points, and 3, I'll draw another card. Okay. So that is what Guderian did. Did I spend... I forget, did I just spend probe? I don't think I spent probe. No.
You spent probe bringing in the...
the Panzerfaust? I think I spent on the Panzerfaust.
Yeah, I think you did. No, you did.
Yeah, I did. Okay. So I spent my income. Now I'm going to use my platoon leader to attack at a -1. I'm giving the Panzerfaust to the Osttruppen. Okay. So the way you can see that, look, you just stack the card over, and now my hard attack is at a +2. So my Panzerfaust fires at a 4, which is my anti-armor attack, and we're using our secondary value. He's defending at a 3. 4 beats 3. So that's how that would win. And if I get the kill, I get the kill. There's no HP. Once he's done, he's done. However, I'm using the Bombard card, which is at an attack -1. So I'd be a 3 against 3, which is a trade. We'd have the same value, and so I'd be attacking with a weak card. I'm going to trade, which makes me lose the Osttruppen, but he loses the tank. So it might seem a little confusing at first, but once you get into that flow of it, of just like, it's just some basic math with that. Luckily, there's no dice, there's no damage you have to keep track of, no pen and paper. As long as you can do some basic calculations like that, it's quite easy, and you can get into the flow of it. So you see there, my counter, I couldn't use a howitzer to take out a tank. I need to bring in an Osttruppen with a Panzerfaust and take out a tank. Okay, so now I'm going to give it to Finian's turn. He still retains the initiative because I didn't go back. So he's now going to pull 4 cards. I need to get back into that front line and take the initiative back if I want to pressure him. So he's drawing his 4 cards. Let's see what he does. Thank you, Kelly. Kelly's in the stream. Thank you, Kelly. Looking good. Mm-hmm. Kelly, sooner or later, I'm going to force you to play this. So, all right. Finian drew an IS-2. Now, this could seem like really good, but remember, he spends 1 card to draw into the arsenal. He's now going to have to spend 6 to mobilize that unit into the support line. He's going to spend 2 to bring in a rifleman. So that's a senior officer. That means he's worth 2 CP, so we can bring in the rifleman there. People are sending some hearts. People are saying they like it. That's good so far. Do you guys think it's different enough from cards so far? You haven't really seen like us build up our big armies yet, but there's no surprise cards. I know that cards likes to do things where you like pull out something that says clear out the whole front line, or like it has those kind of wild cards that you can pull. This game's just more about building up the army and equipping them with the weapons you want and then making concerted pushes. That's more of the style of this game. Everything that you guys have seen so far is what the game's based around. There's not going to be a surprise card that just suddenly blows up my whole base, for example.
I'm going to end my turn there.
Okay, so Finian ended his turn. He put out a rifleman, and he's keeping one of the officers. He can either use it as income next turn, or he can use it to command that troop. So here, I'm going to draw 3 cards, and I really want to try to take the front line back, but I don't have anything deployed. Now, if I know he's got riflemen, that's where I think I want to get the howitzer out. But if I get the howitzer out, that tank can overrun the howitzer, because it's... well, let's see. Yeah, my hard attack sucks. I'd be using a 2, which is very little armor penetration, against an IS-2, which would be at a 6, which has really high explosive rounds that take me out. So you can't use, like, a machine gunner to kill a tank, right? You have to be aware of the different counters, or equip your troops with different weapons, like flamethrowers or Panzerschrecks, to really take out what you need to kill. Okay. Let's see here. I'm going to bring out... You know what? The LMG is cheaper, so we're going to use Rommel to bring out the LMG. Hopefully that's a counter for the rifleman. And you know what? I might regret this, but I'm going to move him then into the front line. Now, you could trade with me, because we're both out of 4, but we'll see. At least I'm going to steal the initiative from you. And I have 2 points left. I'm going to save them. Your turn. Who does the art? This art, I dug through our Google Drive and our YouTube videos and put the art together myself. But for the game, if we finish it, I would get an artist to professionally draw all of these, like really, not just like a little bust in a blank card behind them. I'd make them draw like really cool looking soldiers in different aiming positions and stuff like that. All right, so Finian is putting down defend to do what? Oh, you're spending money. You're drawing for some new cards. Okay.
I know that's not exciting.
Yeah. Now, I suck at this game, by the way. I've lost the last 4 games I've played, so, yeah.
We tied last time we played, so...
I think so, yeah.
I'm
Oh, of course he's going to attack it. Okay, so he uses the raid card. Now, this is valued at a 2, so he could have turned this into income to deploy Rifleman. It's a high-value card, but instead he's going to use that unit as an action for an attack +1. 4 against 4, 5 beats 4, it kills the LMG. So he killed my LMG, but he had to spend a high-value card to do that. So that is the other thing you have to think about. You're basically spending your income on your actions, or you're spending your actions on your income. It works both ways. So it might even be okay to lose a card if the enemy had to draw a very high-value card in order to kill him that they could have used to mobilize better units. So that's always a part of the strategic thinking that you'll have to do. Is that it, Finian?
I think I'll spend my last 2 cards getting
Putting in the right
another
one.
one.
Okay. Now, luckily for me, I still have the initiative now. Oh, I accidentally took a unit. There. I still have the initiative, even though my guy died. So I do get to get 4 cards. There we go. And I have some decent cards here. Let's see here. So I could try to bring out the howitzer, which I think might be a good idea. It's worth 4. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to spend both my great cards on this, getting out that howitzer to counter this big clump of infantry building up. And then with my remaining cards, what we're going to do is probably draw... Let's see here. I like this card that I have in my hand. So I'm going to keep it and just spend these 2, drawing new cards in my arsenal. So I've got a JU-87, an HE-111, and an MG-42. Not great, because these are very expensive, and I want to get some cheaper stuff out, but getting the bomber plane out is quite good. So I'm going to end my turn there. It's now back to Finian. Someone just asked, do you think you'll add air support? Look at this. I got the HE-111 and a JU-87 right there. The name of this game right now is called Fronts. It's kind of I don't know, it's kind of a crappy name. I might change it later, but that's just kind of the code name I'm giving it so far. This is the Discord link if you want to join. And I will also link the rule book as well, which is here. I'll paste that here. And you guys can play this right now on Tabletop Simulator for free. If you have Tabletop Simulator, you can test out our prototype. Okay. So Finian is using evasion and stalk to push that the rifleman up and steal the initiative back. Is that your move, Finian?
Yep, I think I'm done. I'm going to hold this card in my hand.
Okay. I'm going to draw 3. All right, let's see what I want to do. I would be stupid not to attack. I've got a howitzer against a rifleman. I'm going to attack a 6 against a 4 with the howitzer and use a counter card and kill one of the riflemen. But that's all I can do with the artillery. What do I want to do next? Let's bring in... If I brought in a plane, his plane could actually... He could actually take out my plane. No, he couldn't. I would bring it in, and look what would happen. I have a hard armored plane. He'd attack it at a 2 using his anti-tank weapon. I'd kill him at a 4. So I could bring out this plane.
You have a -2 attack, remember?
I do. So I couldn't kill him, but he couldn't kill me. So planes attack against the front line at a -2 because they suck at attacking at close air support. But if I bomb, all bombing means is I can attack, but I can attack his support line. So I can bomb at a -1, which I'm better at, or attack right in front of me at a -2, which I'm worse at. So bomber planes, you want to keep them hitting the enemy rear line. You don't want to use them on frontline combat. I think it'd be fun to bring this HE-111 in. I'm thinking I'll bring him in. I'm going to spend Manstein, delay, and counters. That's all my whole hand, all 5 points, bringing in this HE-111, and I've got the bomber plane mobilized now. All right, your turn.
Ooh.
What are you guys thinking so far? What do you think? Based on the similarities, some people were concerned about the similarities between cards, I think. What's your guys' impression so far? You haven't even... I don't think you've seen all the things that all these cards can do just yet. So I think there's still some more that you're going to see. For example, there's a pincer card, which allows you to have 2 units attack together and combine their attack values. There's also scouting you can do to remove enemies' modifiers. So if he put sandbags on, I could scout out the sandbags away with I can recon them using a scout. You can also do screening, which helps push your unit forward and take the initial blows from the if the enemy tries to attack you. Oh gosh, you're deploying a bunch. So he spent 3 cards assigning a Yak 9 to the rifleman. So he's got some air support now attached to the rifles. So that's kind of how you use air, is you attach it to the unit. And now they would attack at a 6. And you've got 1 card left. What is it, Finian? Attack at a +1. Of course, yeah. So he got the recon on the plane. He's going to use shock attack. And that air rifle assault is going to, I assume, take out the artillery or the plane? Artillery?
The howitzer.
Okay.
Yeah, with 7 attack.
So the howitzer is out. It got destroyed. Okay. And then, let's see. My turn now?
Yes.
Okay. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Let's see. I've got no units. I just have a bunch of support equipment, which is crappy. And I can't bomb you out. Could you attack me? You're at a 6. I'd be... Oh, that's soft attack. Yeah, you can't use soft attack. You can't use soft attack against a plane. That's good. Okay.
I still can't damage your HQ either.
No, because you'd be at a 6. So he's really close, though. If he was at a 7, he could attack this HQ and hurt me.
I could have traded. That was a difficult decision. Should I have traded with the HQ to at least...
That's true, yeah. So he had attacked my howitzer at a 7. He could have instead traded by using that 7 against the headquarters, but it would have killed him in that process, because if you attack at the same value, you both die. But if you attack at a superior value, you kill the enemy. Okay. Can you give multiple weapons to a unit, like infantrymen with 30 soft attack? No, you can only give 1 modifier. We had an issue before where people were stacking so many modifiers on a unit, and it'd make them indestructible. So, yeah, you can only give 1 weapon or 1 upgrade to a unit. Let's do... Gosh, this is such a tough one. If
you get lucky, though, you've got the MG42, so that could be really good with pin.
Yeah. I'll have to keep... I'm going to put 1 down and get an AT rifleman, which sucks. AT rifleman does not help against a rifleman. You know what? I'm going to have to do a mass mobilization here and put everything down and draw another 3, because I just need to get stuff out there. Okay, my options are a little bit better now. I can get an Ostruppen with an MG42. I get a mortar to an LMG team. I've got some more options, or I could even assign a plane. So I think that's looking a lot better. But I had to give out my whole hand to do that, so I am on the back foot currently.
I know I'm getting pinned next turn if you get 6 command points then.
Yeah. All right, so it's Finian's turn. Let's see what he's gonna do. What do we got? Uh-oh. Uh-oh, IS-2's out. That's rough. So he's got a good variety, because that's really good at hard attack and really good at soft attack, so...
You're certainly lucky that I don't have a move as well.
Yeah, that would have been rough, yeah. Okay. Let's see what to do.
Last thing I'm going to do is just put APCR on the IS-2.
Oh my gosh. So he gave it APCR round, so it now attacks at an 8. That's insane. I have no clue how to take that out. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Let's see. We need to get rid of the rifleman. That's the biggest focus right now. I could put down... If I put down an Ostruppen out of curiosity, well, yeah, if I put down an Ostruppen, if they pincered, it'd be at a 6, which would do nothing. Yeah. If I put down an LMG, I'd need to still be able to pin, which I couldn't do, which also sucks.
You could pin my rifleman.
No, I would need to spend the pin card to bring him out. Yeah, so it's really difficult.
That is unlucky.
Oh man, this is gonna be rough.
Well, you know I can't attack you next turn, so you've got at least 1 turn of sort of preparing cards if you did want to just leave your front line open.
I'm gonna just spend 1 card then to draw another option, and then leave it there and just give it to you. The end game for him is to destroy the headquarters or wipe out all my units.
Your pile's done, so I'll just quickly shuffle that and flip it over.
Alright, what you got?
Alright, well, I'm gonna move, first of all.
This plane was a mistake. So useless to deploy.
I'm going to pin your plane.
Oh my gosh, with who?
With the... Oh, I can't...
Oh, you can't move an attack, you can't, yeah. It's a heavy tank.
Yeah, no, of course.
Is that it?
I think that might be it, yeah.
Okay. I'll draw 3. 1, 2, 3. Alright, let's see what we can do. If I, in theory, put out an AT infantry with this, that'd be at a 6, you're at an 8, so there's no fucking way. If I then pincered, though, I could. So, hold on. Alright, I have an idea here. Let's see what I can do. I would need 5 points. Would I even need a pin? That'd be at a 9, actually. I don't even need this. I just need a pincer with a... Oh, the plane would attack at a -2. That's rough. So I would need the plane to make up for that. Yep. Okay. I need 5 points, and I need a pincer. Is that even possible? Let's see. Let's see. 1, or 2, 3, 4, 5. That gets me AT infantry with a Ju-87. Then if I pincer them, that's a 6 and a 5. 4, 3, 2. That'd be at an 8. It would trade. Oh, no.
Oh, no.
It might be worth it, honestly, to get rid of the IS-2, but I think it would trade, right?
Yeah, it would trade.
There's a lot of modifiers going on. It looks a little complicated here, but yeah, that's a little tough. See, if I have 6, I would just get destroyed. Okay, I have to do it. I'm going to kill the IS-2. And I have to get rid of the AT infantry.
A lot of points worth of stuff you've just removed from me.
Oh, yeah.
It's like 7 right there.
From you?
Yeah.
From me, though, dude. Look, that's worth 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, plus all the cards I spent to deploy it, and now we're back at now we're back at this. So your turn. So at least I took out the IS-2, but yeah, I'm pretty weak right now.
The end is coming.
Yep.
I'm gonna just start drawing some cards.
And again, if anyone wants to come in the Discord for this, I have a Discord here. Would this be fully about the Eastern Front, or would it go beyond? I think, for now, this would just be about the Eastern Front, because I want to keep things simple. I already have a lot of cards, just for the Eastern Front alone. Trying to add more factions and sell all of it. I think, I've been telling people, I think if I sold this, it's like a 10% chance this would actually even succeed. Because I don't know how many people are even interested in something like this. So I would start small to give it a higher chance of success, because if you try to start really wide and you're planning all these monetization strategies and the interest isn't even there to begin with, or you didn't focus on making the game good enough and tried to expand too much with content, then the whole thing could fall apart. So like what Raphael was saying, if you keep things simple, keep it to 2 factions, make it good, then it's going to have a higher chance of selling well. And if it has a higher chance of selling well, then it's got a better chance of more factions being added. So that's what I would say. If you like the game, if you want to see more factions, then if it goes to the store, if we sell it, then I would support it. And if you support it, the chance of us adding even more factions would be much higher. And the beauty about this, too, is I'm going to get one of our artists to make all of the art even better than what it looks like now in our art style. So if you just want to collect it even for the art, I think that would be nice, too. All right, Finian, what are you doing?
So if I pincer, is that -1 from the overall attack, or is that -1 for each unit?
Just -1 from the overall thing. So you'd add the whole value and then -1.
That should be if I add the soft attacks together of these 2.
So units. What he's doing is he's gonna have the rifles attack at a 6. 4 + 2 is 6. Then he's got a 3 from the mechanized because they're going to combine all the orange attack. So that's 7, 8, 9. Pincering at a -1 is now an 8. 8 is the attack value he's using. And he can choose to either use orange or blue to attack the HQ here. So he's attacking at an 8. He only needs a 7, so that means it damages the HQ. And look, it just caught on fire. And that is Finian's turn.
Yep.
Okay. Is that it?
Yeah, that's it.
Okay.
Nothing else I can do.
Oh dear. Okay. It might be it. This might be game because I might need to just pass. I don't think I can kill anything. My composition's a little poor. I think getting the bomber plane out just screwed me because I spent so much on that thing and just never really used it properly. I think the hand I drew means I lose because I drew all the worst cards. And I have expensive units. Because if I got Oztrooping out, I have no scouts, so I can't get rid of the recon. You would just attack me one more time, the HQ's done. Yeah, I think I'm... Here's my cards, Finian. Do you see any way out?
I guess... Yeah, I don't really see
They're all
a
ones.
way.
If I had some 3s here, I could try to get an LMG out and just start blasting my way out, or get the Fallschirmjäger out and just shoot the mechanized to get my way out.
You could... you can't really get anything out and attack is the problem.
Yeah, like if he got out, what would he... His stats are so poor, he's not going to be able to do anything.
For the sake of the match, just put something out and then we'll conclude it.
I'll put that out. That's my turn. Your turn.
Okay, my next turn, I'm not even going to pick up cards. I'm just going to pinch the +1 on your
And
HQ.
HQ's destroyed. Okay, so that's a game. It doesn't last too long. How long was that? Let's see.
I mean, that was probably about like 20 minutes with all the talking. Like
Yep.
that could easily have
With me
been 10
explaining
minutes,
it.
even
Yeah.
or less.
Yeah. So the games are snappy. There's a little bit of luck, but also a poor decision on my part was to get a bomber plane out. I think this bomber plane, its stats are not great attacking the front line, so it's only good to get a bomber plane out if you know you've got the front line and you can support and bomb them. But I was never able to use it for that purpose, so I spent 5 whole points. And imagine right now if I had those 5 points, you know, I could spend 1, 2, 3, 4, and then with these cards, try to do some kind of pin attack using an LMG, and I would be back in the game. So I think I screwed myself with the HE-111 in that case. It's a shame we didn't get to see the airborne drop, because the last 2 times we played with Fallschirmjäger, we've seen them. They can actually paradrop into the front line, which is fun. We didn't get to see that this match, but we can go again. I know you have to go, Finian.
I need to go right now, so if you want to get some help from the Discord to play.
Yep. Okay. Thank you for playing with me, Finian.
No problem. It was good to win one of these for once.
Yeah.
All right. See ya.
All right. See ya. All right, guys. We'll do another match. I think. Did I have anybody else? Any of my testers who could play with me? Fun, please. You're at work, I think, right? Would be a good mobile game. I think this would be a good mobile game. I agree with that. How are you guys thinking? I'll take some time to look at the chat. I'll put it on stream, and you can tell me what your thoughts on it. That was a small sample size. That was like a quick game that I played a mistake in. But you could see there, if I hadn't played the bomber and maybe got machine gunners out, I could have pushed that front line back and got the initiative again. It took so many cards to try to get that IS-2 out, and I think that hurt me. But the whole point of the game is that you can play in like 15 minutes. It's meant to be quicker, and you're meant to play a couple games and not just play one giant game. So yeah, that's kind of the idea for it. I think Finian played very well with a good like soft attack card with a good hard attack card. I think that was cool. Do you think I've been do you think it's too similar to any competitors, whether that's cards or Undaunted or any other card games in the market, in a way that I don't mind if I have similarities to other games, but is there a way that it's so similar that it's not worth making or not worth selling, do you guys think? What's your honest opinions on that? And I wouldn't be offended. Something else we could do is try to change the time period, but I don't know. I feel like World War II fits so well because dropping the paratroopers out and assigning all the different weapons, there's a lot of weapons you can choose from, and it's fun to also give like a flamethrower to a tank or giving the flamethrower to a rifleman or something like that. And those are kind of things that you could do that in World War I, but it's a little, you don't really have the tank variety. And the whole hard attack, soft attack system doesn't work for World War I as well because there's barely any vehicles. So I think the World War I lends itself World War II lends itself very well to this design. But let me know your guys' honest thoughts on that. Fun Police, you're in the call.
Yes,
Say
I
hello.
am.
There he is.
Hello.
He's here to play. Mr. Mann says, it's not that similar. I think World War II is a good decision. Raphael is asking about naval warfare. I do not have naval warfare. I don't know if I would add naval warfare, though. I think that'd be out of the scope. Maybe there'd be an expansion. I don't know. Regual, you think it's good for World War II? Yeah, I would say it's pretty good for World War II. Okay, we'll do another game. I will go Soviet this time.
Okay.
And then you can choose teal. There you go. Okay, which decks would you guys like me to play with? Let me reload the game just one more time, just in case. There we go. So I have the 102nd Rifle Division, which has Penal Battalion, Artillery, and Anti-Tank. We have the Guards Division, which is Heavy Tanks, Medium Tank, and Mechanized, the 4th Guards Tank Division. We have the 76th Guards Air Assault Division, which is Paratroopers, Air Support, and a Bomber. We've got the 13th Guards Rifle, which has rifles, medium tank, and some defenses. And then we've got the 2nd Guards Taman Motor Rifle Division, which is light tanks and motorized and rifles. So these divisions are actually different from the German ones. It's not symmetrical. They've got a different design. So which ones do you guys think you would like to see me play with? I'm going to choose 2 divisions. We have one person suggesting the 13th Guards Rifle. 2 people suggesting that with rifles, medium tank, and defenses. Oh, a lot of people want that one. All right. I think this also has an NKVD in it. I think. Yes, it has NKVD, which is pretty fun. Okay. And what is the 2nd division you guys want to see me bring in? I got a motor, air, more tanks, or penals. I do have penal battalions, yep. What do you guys prefer? Motor, air, more tanks, or penals? I got 2 for motor. I got 2 for tanks. Tied right now. 3 for motor, 4 for motor. Okay, motorized it is. So we're going to motorized with a rifle division, which I think they complement each other nicely. We can get all the riflemen into trucks. All right, we're going to put that in a draw pile. And Fun Police is selecting. What are you picking?
I'm going to go with... Oh, do I have permissions?
Yes,
there we go.
You do now.
Okay, thank you. I'm going to go with Panzer Lur and 12th SS.
Okay, so he's got a lot of SS expensive units with tanks.
Yeah,
lots of tanks.
We're gonna go big, and then probably die to some small boys. But
alrighty, we'll bid for the initiative. What have I got? I got a plane. That beats it.
Yep.
I got
you
the
have
initiative.
A higher cost.
1, 2, 3. Okay.
I do get an extra 1 since I lost that.
That's true. I'm going to put out Konev to get 3 more cards. I'm going to do... You know, I'm going to save from that point. Do I want to save or is there something... You know what? I'm going to save, yeah. So Konev is out. Your turn.
Okay. I'm going to spend my entire hand to draw 3 more.
Uh-oh. Of course, dude. I've played against a IS-2 and a Tiger now 2 times in a row. Luckily, all of this is upgrades and really expensive, so it's going to be harder for you to get the Tiger out, but God.
I don't have many units, but when I get them out, I'm going to make them big men.
All right, we need something to put against the Tiger tank. We'll draw 3, 1, 2, 3. You know what I'm going to do is I'm going to use this to draw 1 card. Do I have anything cheap? No. I am going to try to get the initiative just to limit the amount of cards he has, because the more cards he gets, the quicker he can deploy the Tiger. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put out Blitz to get out a Scout, and then stalk him forward to grab the initiative. I could equip him with a PPSH, but he has no weapons to fight. He could just deploy a Tiger and blow me up. But then we're going to spend an Assault card, drawing 1 more. Okay, NKVD is all right. Your turn.
All right. So I will draw 3. I will spend another 3 to draw 3 more.
More equipment. Oh, you got loaded up with equipment, which is good for me.
There we go. But
Mechanized is a little bit of a threat, though, yeah.
Now I got something.
Is that it?
Yeah, that is it.
Okay. So I'm going to get 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4. There we go. We'll use this to get out what? What could we do to get out to stop you? Especially that Tiger tank is so scary. I could...
So, just responding to the chat, someone talked about cavalry being able to allow units to move. We actually have trucks that do that.
Yeah, we have trucks that do the exact same thing.
I think both of our decks have that in
Yeah,
ours.
you will see motorized. That
So
will.
you'll see we can motorize our infantry to have them move and attack like tanks.
That's right.
And we don't have a pioneer unit in these decks, but we do have things like flamethrowers
Yep.
that are able to essentially turn our guys into really big infantry.
Yeah, one of the themes I have, you'll notice there's more support equipment than there are units. One of the things I wanted to do when designing the game was make it so you have like templates that you can build from. So again, think of like that Hearts of Iron example. You have rifles. Well, you can make these rifles anything you want. You can give them an SVT. You can make them mortarmen. You can give them a bazooka. You can give them a PTRS, a flamethrower. You can turn your rifles or any of the other units into hybrids. And it's more about designing your own forces than it is playing cards that are already decked out, which I think is more fun. You can customize it the way you want to. Now, I'm going to let you guys decide. What do you want me to do here? So I've got... This is my hand. I've got a fair amount of money. Not too much, but not too little. And I've got these cards here. I've got a mix of upgrades, a light tank, and an NKVD. What do you guys suggest that I do? I'm going to let you kind of give me the suggestion here. If anybody was paying attention enough to know kind of how the systems work, I'm just curious if anybody has any good suggestions here. Give up. That's a good one, yeah. Give up is a good idea.
I agree with that.
Yeah. Someone's suggesting the NKVD. I think it could be fun to deploy them, but if he puts on a Tiger, it's just scary as hell. He could, in theory, get the Tiger out. Here's what I think I should do. I'm going to work to put out... I'm going to put out the NKVD. 3, 4... let's see. And 5. That puts the NKVD out. NKVD. I'm going to put the next card to move him up. And I've got 2 cards up on the front. If I survive long enough, I'll try to draw more cards and get them a weapon or something and try to pincer them against whatever comes up. So that is my move. It's a little risky. I spent a lot of points on that, and he could easily get a Tiger out and kill me. So, yeah.
Yeah. All right, I draw 3.
Maybe add buffs and debuffs for terrain. We do have something like that. We do have sandbags, hills, trenches, rivers. If you play a river on your enemy, they get stuck. You get a camouflage to give yourself another hit point. There's some other things too where terrain becomes a little more important.
I think I'm going to pass here.
Uh-oh. He's building up for that Tiger. That's what we know. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4.
This is risky for me because if he pincers, he could hit my HQ. And
yeah, let's see what I could do here.
Up.
I could do...
This
that'd
might
be
not
at a
go well.
9. Damn, if I pincered, I would add this up at a 9 and subtract 2, 8, 7. So I'd trade to hurt your HQ, and I don't think it's worth trading right now. So I'm not going to attack the HQ. Yeah, I don't think it's worth it. So instead, what I'll do is... that tank is going to be the issue. So...
yeah, but I only got 1 of them too, so...
you know what we'll do? I don't know if this is going to be the smartest decision. I'm going to spend 3. Actually, no, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to spend 2 to put out a PPSH on the NKVD, which makes them really strong in soft attack, and then use them to attack the HQ at 8 against 7, so I'm going to damage your HQ to put pressure on you.
Yeah. So now I have to respond.
And then
kill that.
I'm going to use... probably... I could recon. No, I can't screen. I would love to screen with the scout and protect the NKVD, but that's not going to happen. I'm going to use up stock to grab 1 more card option. Okay.
All right. I draw. All right.
So you need to get something out now.
Yes. So I'm going to spend 3...
here it comes.
Hold on. I got to make sure... I'm going to spend Manstein and Rommel to put the Tiger out. Then I will spend 3 more to put the flamethrower
Oh,
on the
Jesus.
tiger.
You wouldn't even need to do that, because look, your 6 beats 4. Already,
Yeah,
doesn't
that's
it?
true.
Yeah.
Yes, it does. Actually, yeah, you're right. I still want to do this.
Okay, flamethrower tiger. Uh-oh.
Flamethrower tiger. And then I will shock, because that's somehow the only attack I
Yeah,
do, and I will
against the
kill the
NKVD.
NKVD.
All right, if I get
And
lucky, I
that
think
is my turn.
if I get lucky, I think I can win.
Yep.
I
Yeah,
think
if you get a
a yak.
pincer or
No, look, if I would just need to get
Or-
a. Oh no,
you
I
just put the
yeah,
you put the plane on and you attack
an
and you win.
attack. So that's what
Yep.
I'm gonna see. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So let's see if I can do it. I have the attack card I need. I would need 3 points. 1, 2, 3. Put a yak on the scouts. Have them assault the headquarters at a 5, and then I'd tie it, and then destroy the HQ.
And it's dead and
That's
game's
it.
over.
So in that
Alright.
case, I think okay, the mistake. Well, 2 things. Number 1, the luck. You didn't get any good units out. You had all support
I
equipment.
intentionally chose 2 decks with a lot of big expensive units.
One thing you
so
could have done is instead of spending the 3 points on the flamethrower and all those other points, try to get the SS unit out, or get some other
Maybe.
unit out to kill both of those units. But that was the
Yeah.
issue with that one. Yeah,
yeah, it was. I don't think maybe I could have, but
yeah.
I don't think I had enough orders to have them kill. But
I think the other issue is you went double armor division, right? Or you went
Yes, I
SS,
did.
yeah, SS Panzer with
SS and
with
that.
layer, yeah,
Yep. So
double tank.
my deck was not too balanced, but
Yeah.
it did have big tanks. If I could have gotten them out.
Yeah. We could replay that if you want, if you've got time.
Yeah, I think
Okay.
it's a good idea to kind of.
Do you want to do the same divisions?
Sure.
Okay. Or we could switch sides. What do you prefer?
No, we can just do this.
Okay. You could change divisions if you want to. I'll let my side pick my division.
No,
as well.
I'm gonna stick with it.
Same thing. All right. Yeah. Let's try
Yep.
it. Let's do it again. See if we have different luck. So they
Yeah.
wanted the motor, and what else did you guys want? You wanted the rifle division, yeah. So we're gonna put that into our hand.
I'm going in the. I believe in the Panzer divisions. They will win it this time.
Okay. I got a 2. Fucking mortar. 4. All right. At least I
Oh,
get to
there
draw
we
another
go.
one. Okay,
So now
that's
I
a
go
much better
first.
start. A Panzer 3 is a
Yeah.
much better start. Yeah.
All right, so I start. So I'm gonna start by just playing my hand to get the Panzer 3 out.
It's coming.
All right.
1, 2, 3. Let's use a defend to get another card. A T-34-76. Okay. And then I'm gonna hold there. Your turn. All right, you can draw.
All right.
What's he got?
Let's see. I'm gonna start by spending 1 to draw a card. I will move to the front line to take the initiative.
Take it. Yeah.
And I'm actually gonna spend 2 more and draw 2 more cards.
Okay.
And that'll be my turn.
All right, 1, 2, 3. So I built up a little hand here. Let's see if this pays off. I think what we can do is, how do we get the... Damn, you could put APCR and blow up my T-34 if I bring it out. That's the issue there.
Yep.
I think I will...
Yeah, but you could trade it right now.
Oh, hold
if
on.
you
I
just-
think I could, actually. So I'm going to
Yeah,
spend
but what-
Rokossovsky. I got lucky with him with Evade to bring out a T-34. And then I got lucky with a +1 on my attack. So I'm going to use that T-34-76 to blow up your Panzer. And I had to spend a lot on that. How many points did I spend on that? So I had to spend 4, 5, 6 points on that. How do I get these in the deck? There we go. Okay, and then I think I can move technically now. So yes, I can move up and take the initiative back. Okay, your turn.
All right. So I simply draw 3.
You're getting very unlucky with the amount of equipment, the sheer amount of equipment you got here.
Yeah, that +1 attack gave you a big advantage. Alright, I'm gonna spend 2.
Oh. Oh.
It's fine. We'll recover.
Yep.
There's a big one. Alright, I will pass.
Okay. Let's draw 1, 2, 3, and 4. And you know what? I'm just going to try to mobilize everything. I'm going to draw 4 cards. Just try to build up my hand. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Pin as a mechanic is essentially you get a combat bonus to your value. It's essentially you take a fight, but if you successfully pin, then the unit gets flipped over, and it cannot attack or do anything until until they spend a card to unpin it. Essentially,
that's right. So pinning is just like it allows you to punch up. You attack higher than your normal value. So normally I'd attack at a 4, but I could pin at a 5, and that just makes him skip a turn. Basically, he can't use that unit until he spends a card to unpin it. I think that's my turn. You can go ahead.
Okay. So I will draw 1, 2, 3. I will spend 5.
Uh-oh, that Panzer IV is coming out.
And get the Panzer IV out. And that is my turn.
Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4. I need to be lucky at a +1, which I'm not. Or I need to somehow draw like an APCR card or something. Or... Okay, hold on, I have another idea. Could I do this? Could I... No, I can't. What I could have done, Fun Police, is try to get T-26 out. And move it up and pincer it, but I'd pincer it a -2, so I'd only get a 1, and that'd tie, and I just trade it, which isn't worth it.
Yeah, I think that's worth it. You should do that. Trade two of your tanks for 1.
Yeah, I think
the Soviets, you have enough.
I'm gonna search for an APCR or something. Didn't get it. I'm gonna spend 1 more looking for something like that. PTRS isn't bad for infantry. Damn. What else do I want to put out? You know what I can do is... Okay, here's my idea. We're going to spend 2 cards digging a trench, entrenching this tank. Now, what that means is you can't kill me, but I can't kill you either. It just defends my tank. So I put a little dugout on the T-34. I'm hold down position right now to defend against that Panzer. And that was a lot of cards I spent for that, but I think that does me for my turn.
Okay.
Your turn.
My turn. Draw 3. All right.
That's good to hear, Raphael. You liking the game? That's good. I will play with you guys or host maybe even little tournaments or something. If you guys get it.
Spend 1.
Oh my gosh, is that more equipment?
Yes, I love equipment. I am the most equipped German division.
You are, yeah.
All right, I will pass my turn now. Back to you.
But yeah, this is on Tabletop Simulator right now, guys. So if you want to play it in the Discord server, I can host little tournaments or testing sessions, and you can play it, and we could be in a call together. So if you want that, there is the mod. It's on a workshop item right now. Okay, so I'm going to draw 1, 2, 3, and 4. All right. What could we do to blow up this tank?
Can't blow up superior German equipment. It's not possible.
I think I can blow this thing up. I think I can do it.
No, you can't.
It's going to suck. It's going to cost a lot, but we're going to blow this thing up.
No.
So I'm going to spend 3 to get a T-26. Konev is done. Then, this is the part that hurts me. Spend a Zhukov card just moving up. Yeah, that's rough. Then I think I can pincer at a 6. Yes, I think I can.
Yes, you can.
Which destroys the Panzer IV, but makes me spend a lot on doing that. And then we're going to reorganize our cards. And then I will spend 1 card drawing another into my hand, or my deck.
Okay.
Your turn.
All right. I will draw 3.
I get the feeling that this double Panzer deck is not the most effective.
You just haven't seen it in action yet.
Okay.
We haven't reached
We need a larger
now
sample size.
we're gonna spend 4 with Guderian to bring the
Okay.
Panzer III out.
Okay, blow up that T-26.
Yes, I will then attack the T-26.
It is gone.
Then I'm also going
It's a battle
to
accursed
spend
right now.
Rommel in order to put APCR
Uh-oh.
on my Panzer III. And I'll draw 2 more cards.
Okay, more equipment, thank gosh.
Now, see, I got another unit.
I
See,
think
it's coming together.
I think the next 10 cards are probably all going to be units at this rate.
They
now.
are.
So,
They are.
yeah.
I mean, because we have the Tiger, we have SS Infantry. Like,
yeah, once all the SS come out. So it's a
They're
little
coming.
dangerous for me.
they're
2,
coming.
3, 4.
We're building up.
Gosh, you know what I could have done? Actually, you know what? I might still do it. Just to delay you. I'm thinking I might attack you at a +1 and trade both of our tanks and just knock this tank battle out. Because I don't want you to start building up a ton of tanks. Yeah, you know what? Because here's my justification. If you start drawing Tigers and I'm just sitting here staring at you, doing a Panzer III push with some heavy armor would be so difficult to get out that I'm going to trade my tank away
Okay.
just to clear out your armor. And that's going to, again, I have to spend a lot of points doing basic actions like that. So another thing you guys might see, it might seem like I have a huge advantage right now with the amount I've killed and held the center of the board, but I've been spending a ridiculous amount of my best cards that could have been turned into income on just getting the attacks out while he's been building up his arsenal at the same time. So that's also that kind of balance.
And my deck also has a lot more big stuff than his.
Yeah, it's going to come out. So he's got a good late game advantage.
If I can drag the game out, I
Yeah.
probably can start to overpower.
I'm going to spend... This might be my last turn with initiative if something jumps out like a mech. Now, mech is at a 3. I could get my own mech out. Like so. Using this card. And then I'll use the rest of my cards, all 3 of these, on drawing out even more. So let's get everything mobilized. There we are. And we need options. If that Tiger's going to come out soon, we need options.
All right. My turn.
Okay. Yep, your turn.
I draw 3. So I'm going to spend 2 to put the mech
is
in
out. Yep.
the line. I will move it to the front line.
Mm-hmm.
Then I will pin using the mech.
Yeah.
And because I have +1 from my ability, I am able to pin yours.
Yep.
As I have 3
Well,
to 2 now.
Yeah, that would have been... You already pinned at a +2, so it would have been a 4 anyways. So if
Yep.
these vehicles...
Oh, sorry. That was +2. My bad.
Yeah.
Yes.
So if these vehicles are evenly matched, instead of trading, what you can do is use the pin option to make me lose a turn, basically. And now that it's back to my turn, I'm going to draw these 3 cards, and I'd have to spend a card to just unpin him, and that would be his turn. If I don't unpin him, if he attacks me one more time at any value, he kills me. So I desperately need to, so I'm basically going to have to give up my income to unpin him. And I've got 2 cards left. What the hell could I do to stop you? Not much. What I'll do is... Oh, you know what? I'll pin you back. Oh, I can't. Because I just unpinned myself.
Yeah, he just...
You know what? I'll
he
pass
can't
my
act-
turn. I'm going to build up my hand, so I'm going to give you the turn.
Gonna build up a hand. All right. So I draw 4.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So now I will... Let's see. I'll spend 1 to draw. Okay. And then I will pay 1 to put, or no, I will pay 1 to, or I'm going to use this to pin the unit.
Again, yep.
Yep.
So that
Pin him again.
MG34 is hurting this mech
Yeah.
here. Yep.
I'm going to pay 3 more to draw 3 from my arsenal.
There's the Tiger.
Yep.
He's found.
And I will spend my last card to put side skirts.
Can you?
on-
Look at the options on it.
Oh,
Only
yep,
side skirts
my,
and a tank.
my apologies.
Yep.
Yep. All right,
You
then
could put a flamethrower on it, but it's not going to help you
I
against...
don't have enough points
Yeah.
to do that, so... Alrighty, nope, that'll be it.
Okay. I'm going to flip over my discard pile, reshuffle, and then I'm going to draw another 1, 2, 3. Okay. All right, let's spend some points. Gosh, what do I want to do here? You know what? Just to get you off I think I can do this. 1/2 to get scouts out. And the scouts will attack at a +1 and blow up the mech.
All right.
Then we'll spend a card unpinning the mech.
Yep.
And then with the last card, I will hold... No, you know what? Do I want to hold on to it? Yeah, I do. Okay. Your turn.
All right, my turn?
Yep.
All right. So I need to just reshuffle my deck.
Someone said this would be great fun using some kind of under pressure time limit, forcing it. I think a little, yeah, imagine adding a chess timer to this. That would be so stressful. You could add a timer onto a match like this. I don't know if you need it. I feel like if both players are engaged, they're just going to go quickly.
I'm going to play Manstein and
Oh, he's
Rommel.
got 2 commanders to bring a tiger right out.
The tiger will come
dear.
out. And then I will spend 2 more.
Do not put a fucking side skirt on it. Or a mech.
No, I will bring my mech out. And then that will be my turn.
Alright. We'll go 1, 2, 3. Alright. What we need to do is fodder. If we fodder, he could attack and move, and then just move. Yeah, I'm just going to hold my position then. I think we have to play defense. We're going to play defense here. We're also going to... We're going to spend 1 on giving a PTRS to a scout. So he's now at a 5. Then we're going to spend 3 drawing 1, 2, 3 cards. Then we're going to spend 2 bringing out AT infantry. So you have to kill both of them if you want to do anything.
Mm-hmm.
And then with the last card, I think I have to hold on to it. There's not much else I can do.
Okay.
I can't recon. Yeah, okay. That's my turn.
Okay. So, and I still have the initiative. All right. So...
Yeah, where's the Steiner's counterattack card? We need to add one of those.
Yeah, we're coming. It's coming around. This is what the tiger's for.
It is kind of neat that this double deck thing is like a late game play, and if you get to if you survive,
so
then,
now I've got a very
scary.
strong position, and and you know that there's still some big old infantry in here.
Yeah,
so
you got some good infantry.
You got a lot of stuff you got to work through to win.
Yeah. I do have a huge deck, though, that I have.
Yes, your deck's a lot bigger than mine. I got to trade very smart. Okay, we're gonna do... Let's see. I'm going to...
What do we
Alright,
got?
we're gonna spend 3 in order to equip a flamethrower
Oh,
on the mech.
So that's at a 6.
I will then move.
Oh, and he's going to attack me. He's going to burn me out.
And I'm going to attack and destroy the scouts with their PTRS.
Yep. Alright, is that your turn?
Yes.
Okay, Tiger's not coming yet.
Not yet. Maybe didn't have enough.
Okay, not a great hand here. You would be at a 6, I'm at a 4. There's nothing I can really do. And I'm going to get destroyed soon. I can screen attack or move with AT infantry. I could try to deploy scouts. Okay, hold on. That's an idea. Okay, here's what we're going to do. So watch this, guys. We're going to spend 2 cards, getting scouts out. Then we're going to use recon on the scouts to recon off the flamethrower.
Yeah, so the recon action allows him to remove an equipment on one of my units.
Whether it's terrain, like you scouted away a hill or a trench position, now you know how to attack it, or it's a piece of equipment, either as if to say they know the equipment's there, so when they engage, they're not going to burn themselves, or as if to say maybe these scouts did a saboteur mission and disabled the the flamethrower. So that's kind of the justification that scouts could take away those modifiers, and that's a nice way to counterbalance that. So I think that's a fun
good balance because
way.
otherwise, yeah, this would be very hard for him to deal with. But now he's got a nice counter.
And I think I'm best off. This is a really tough position. I think I'm best off than just saving. Yeah, I can't do much else. Okay, your turn.
All right. So I will draw 4 again. All right. I'm gonna spend 3 and put an MG42 on my mech.
Jeez.
Then I will attack into the AT infantry and kill them. And then I will move the Tiger tank into the front line.
Here comes the Tiger. Yep.
Now the one thing is that the Tiger tank actually does not have the ability to move and do another action, unlike something like the mech.
Yep.
So I have to spend a turn moving it to the front line.
Yep.
So I can't just go in and blow stuff up. But that is my turn.
Oh man, I got a bad hand. I think I'm gonna have to just recon out the MG42 again.
Okay.
Just to do something. And then what could I even do here? I've got nothing. You know what I'm gonna have to do? I'm gonna have to spend 1. Let's see if anything comes out that's good. It's a 4. I'll have to spend pin on, who can I pin? At a 5? Oh, I wish I could pin the Tiger. How good would that be?
Very close.
I will pin the mech just to give myself any advantage I can get.
Yep.
And then I'm going to have to keep the stalk card to build up points, I guess. Yeah, I'm going to pass there.
All right.
So I'm holding on for dear life right now.
So I will draw 4. I'm going to pay... I'm going to play Raid to get +1 attack, and my Tiger will attack the HQ at an 8.
Damaged.
Yep. So it's damaged. Then I will pay 4. Or hold on, I want. Sorry, let me redo that.
All good.
I want. So I paid 2 and then 4.
4 points
so
to
I
get
can
a Panzer
bring
3.
the Panzer 3 out. And then I will pay. I will move it to the front line.
That's dangerous. An attack.
And I will also unflip
Unpin him. Okay.
the mech. I'm
See.
going for the win.
Yep.
But if he can pin the Tiger, or remember, screen also is very good. You force me to attack into those units. Yeah, that's true.
I'm gonna screen the scouts to buy myself time. Or is it worth? You know what? No, I think it's worth doing that because my mech can pin at least.
Yep.
Then I will bring out.
Yeah, if you have anything to pin, like the Panzer 3 or something, that would be really good.
I'm just gonna try to bring out the NKVD, not knowing really what they can do. I don't have any pin. I have an order card. I could pin.
Yeah.
I guess the Panzer 3, which could actually have been better, but I really want the.
It's up to you, but you do need something to fight back.
Yeah. He gets destroyed, let's say by him. He just blows up him, and then he pins him. So that would be disastrous. So I can't bring out the NKVD.
Yeah, well, remember, if I also can open a way to your HQ, I can kill you. I need 5, so I
have
can
pincers.
pincer it.
Yeah. I could try to pin something down. I could use him to pin, which I suppose I will. I'll pin at a +2, which would be at a 4. I can't pin this. I could pin the mech, which doesn't help me that much. No, it's too valuable of a card to do that, in my opinion.
Yeah.
So I think what I would do... Do I have anything that can attack well? No, I do not. Yeah, not a great hand for attacking. Because I could put down a T-26 and like try to trade something, but there's out of desperation.
Yeah, because you could kill the mech, right? Yes.
Yeah.
But You got to get rid of the Panzer IV or pin the Tiger or something.
Yeah, it's a really tough position. I'll use Bombard to draw one more card, see if there's anything special. Sandbags. Oh, jeez. Yeah, that's going to be tough. I think my best case right now is bringing out just 2 rifles just to get stuff out, and with the last card, pull another one. Oh, I thought that was an anti-tank gun. That would have been perfect, wouldn't it? It's a howitzer.
Yeah. Well, you did have the Zis 3, so.
Yeah, that's a howitzer though.
That would be. No. It's C6 heart attack.
Oh shit. Okay.
Yep. So if you
I don't think I'm gonna last that long though.
Yeah, it depends on my orders.
You have no cards right now, so 1, 2, 3,
Yeah,
4.
so- Let's see. I think I can do it. So I will. Yeah, I got. Okay, so I'm gonna attack with the Panzer III to kill the scouts, and then I will shock
Another shot
Tiger
down. Yeah,
into the HQ, and that is game.
that's it. Yeah. Okay, that's a cool little division deck that you got that does like a late game strike. That's kind of fun. You
Yep.
can put that together. That's interesting.
Yeah, but as you see, it backfired really badly that first game. I couldn't draw nothing because I don't have a lot of units. Like,
Yeah.
I have 2 infantry, a Panzer IV, and I think a mech.
All your infantry is at the bottom of your deck, which is a shame because you.
Yeah, well,
if you
that's
had
it.
some of that early
That's
on.
all my infantry.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, this is all my units, and then he killed like a couple of them, and that
Yeah.
was it.
The unlucky thing is I just didn't get the. If I had the Zis 3 out, or if I imagine screening with a Zis
Killed
3,
the Tiger, it would have
Yeah.
been over.
would have been over. And then I've got a
Or I
lot.
would have had to be
guess
defensive.
I had another Zis 3 back to back that were right next to each other in this deck. That
Yeah.
would have been the way to do it.
Yeah.
And what else did I have? PPSH isn't too useful. Zis, rifles, and more. Yeah, these were my winning cards, and that's where a little
Yeah.
luck comes in. But it's kind of fun. It's fun to see what you get each time. It makes everything more dynamic. I had a fun time with both games.
Yeah, it's meant to be a shuffle up and play,
Yeah.
you know, and like, you know, even though I got unlucky the first time, we just played another game, and then he got a little unlucky, and just kind of fight back and forth.
I'll put out a poll, and you guys can vote on what you think, what you would rate the game.
If you're interested or not.
Yeah, let me, instead of saying good or bad, I'll just say interested. So even if you, whether you think it's a good game or not, that's besides the point. If you're actually interested, in this type of game, whether it's a physical card game or a digital card game, or any of those contexts, I'll put a poll up and you can let me know what you think of the card game. Also, you have one last chance. I'll put you guys in this Discord server here, and you can hang out with other people who have the game, or give feedback and do other things too. So let us know what you think. If you could vote on the poll, it's up on the server. Do not try to flatter me if you didn't like it. You just say you didn't like it, or just that you're not interested. That's okay. I wouldn't. If 90% of the votes said they were disinterested, that's okay. I make it. The whole point of making games is for you guys, and if you didn't like something, then that's on me to make better stuff. So there's no. Do not try to be like, no, it's a great game, and then I go to make it and no one wants to actually buy it. So only say you're interested if you're really interested. Yeah. And then we'll kind of see how things go. All right, we have 30 votes. How many people are here? 140 people. If we can get up to 50 or 60 votes, that would be nice, or more. The vote is up to see how interested you guys are in this game, just based on a couple of the play sessions we did. But yeah, mobile would be a possibility, or a video game, or a card game, or something like that. I try to make it cheap. I try to make it as cheap as possible. I'm not sure what that price would be, but I would try to make it as affordable as possible. I think it'd just be fun to get this in as many hands as possible. I would not charge like $50 or something crazy high, especially because it doesn't need a board. You can play this whole thing just with cards.
Yeah, if it's a physical, it's just essentially 2 decks of cards, which should make it cheaper.
Mm-hmm.
Something I'm sad we didn't get to show off was like the paratroopers.
Yeah, they're fun.
Because they get the unique thing about them is they go right to the front line.
Yeah. Yeah, it's fun to do. I did increase their cost.
Yeah, but we had games where the Fallschirm Jaegers like would come down, you put a flamethrower on them, and then they'd instantly hit the HQ.
Yeah.
But that was like 10 points, so like it was a big move.
Yeah. So there's some fun ways you can combine different units and different equipment. I like the replayability with that a deck can be completely different just based on even the equipment it has. and that changes the whole way you approach situations. So, okay, I will take a picture and end the poll. I'll put it under the admin chat there. Okay, thank you guys for joining me. I will keep you updated if we progress with the card game. But yeah, it's coming along pretty well. I'd say it's pretty polished at this stage. I think there's definitely more changes, but compared to previous iterations where we would have to overhaul the game after every test, now you can actually play multiple games and it's not game breaking. Yes. There's nothing horrible. So yeah. Okay, thank you guys. I will see you, men.